Knights of Pen and Paper is a pixel graphics style RPG that can be found on Steam for just $10. In it, you play a group of gamers playing a tabletop RPG. I had a lot of fun with this classic arcade-style turn-based RPG. There's plenty of love in designing your own D&D room using the gold you earn in-game. Each of the items in your gaming room provides bonuses to use in the campaign world. I can see that this used to be a pay-to-win sort of game as it began on mobile devices, but thankfully that's been taken out, so it's all good now. As far as style and identity, this game really doesn't have any of its own. Every creature, location, virtually every screen and character and bit of dialogue is pulled from someplace else. The temples are marked with Nintendo controllers, there are Chozo statues and dancing skeletons and everything in between. This game is a giant clusterfuck of references and pop culture things and video game history stuff. While this is charming, it does get old after a while. There's a difference between a cute little nod towards another game and just building your entire game around references. But that's sort of the culture that's being brought across here. This is a table of nerds playing a D&D style tabletop game. Each person you bring to the table will have their own bonuses and skills, making them more suitable for certain classes than others. But the same RPG tropes still stand here. Make a tank, a spellcaster, a damage over time DPS, and a healer, and you'll be good to go. Party balance doesn't matter much, as this is an arcade-style game, but it does make things easier in the endgame when you're fighting big things like dragons. The game does host dungeons, which involve you blundering around looking for a key to open the last door, in the meantime running into wave after wave of monsters. There's very little story here, making the game seem very grindy and a bit of a time sink. I'll be honest, it is pretty mindless. Aside from the occasional "I get that reference" moment, there'll be very little to keep you gripped in gameplay here. It's just an arcade-style monster fighting while you look for treasure and better gear sort of game. Pretty bare bones, but this game was made for your phone originally, so simplicity really can't be bashed here. One thing I do have to mention is that the achievements are broken. Sorry, completionists, but there are 2 or 3 achievements in this game that don't work. The game itself doesn't have any bugs, which is good, but if you're one of those people that strives for the 100% rating on Steam, then this isn't for you. Heck, my Steam browser even says that I'm missing 3 achievements, and the listing says that there's only 2 left. So there's a phantom achievement hidden in the programming somewhere that only mobile users can get, and they never fixed this. Knights of Pen and Paper Plus One is not an epic, sweeping RPG. Heck, it doesn't even have any of its own ideas with all the references and pop culture stuff that it has going on. But what it lacks in originality, it makes up with fun simplicity and nerd culture charm. A lot of love went into this game, I can really tell, and it shows. It might be worth your $10 if you're into that retro look, or if you want to get a cheap stocking stuffer or birthday present for a nerdy friend. Check it out.